Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. This is Reganelite here with another episode of Speaking My Mind. 1,000, guys. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it today. So, I'm recording this literally the day after I hit 1,000 subscribers. I wasn't planning to do a Speaking My Mind episode today, but I kind of like wanted to get my thoughts out before talking about it on live streams and whatnot, out here in the open, kind of in the wilderness, kind of my feelings. It's incredible feeling to have reached 1,000 subscribers. It's crazy. It's quite surreal that now I actually have I have more ways to make money off YouTube, as opposed to just memberships and super chats. I'm not, and not just that, I remember when I first started the channel, I was like, I honestly didn't know what I was doing. I wasn't sure how I would go about doing it, but once I did that first video, I kind of like, okay, I tried it, it was okay. I didn't really go back to main videos initially, but I found a niche in short videos. And that's what kind of got the channel really going. Initially, I was just doing a whole bunch of short videos, like any kind of news stories, snippets, whatnot, and just putting it out there. And all of a sudden I was getting, the very first short video got me 1,000 views. Crazy for a channel that had nothing, literally, like just one video, and got over 1,000 views. And it was Vladimir Putin was visiting Ukraine. After the war. I think it was like a month or two after the war started in Ukraine. And I don't know when I can't remember off the top of my head when I went back to doing some main videos, but I hadn't had like a schedule sort of thing. So I was kind of all over the place with content. Initially, and I was doing some world videos as well, but some of them were getting like less than 10 views. So and I remember I did one on Sudan, and it was like 24 minutes long, and I did less than, and it got like, I think it was like, it's got more viewers now, but it had like 7-8 views after a couple of days. And I was just like looking at it, and I was just thinking, something I wanted to talk about. And it turned out it didn't even be worth putting the time in, because the thing is that you want to do videos, but you want to make sure they're worth the weight that you put in them. Now, there are still obviously some videos that aren't even getting 10 viewers, unfortunately. I mean, I do have like the good news feed, but they're not getting, like, sometimes they get sometimes, I think the last one I did, last video I did was last weekend, that got it's only got, as the time of this recording, I think it has only like 7-8 views, which you would think that people who, sometimes the news can be quite down. It's nice to have a good news here and there, but it's not really something that I guess my subscribers or viewers are kind of into. They're just not keen on it. But I still want to do it. And then there's episodes like these. So sometimes these Speaking My Mind episodes, they do really well. Some I can get up to sometimes 30 views, which is pretty cool. Sometimes I get less than that. None of my Speaking My Mind episodes have ever gone viral, just because, well, it's just some guy talking on his phone vertically in the middle of a forest somewhere, or a park or whatever. So it's not really viral content, shall we say. But I do enjoy doing these, and it's something a little bit niche, it's a little bit different to what you normally get on the weekends as well. So, and maybe it's a bit more of an inside scoop to me. But since now that we've reached 1,000 subscribers, I guess people will be wondering, well, what's next? So is that it? No, of course it's not it. I still have targets that I want to make. Once you reach a target, you set yourself a new target, because that's what you're supposed to do. When you reach a milestone, it's about, okay, what's the next milestone? What's the next achievement? What's the next goal? What's the next ambition? Because that's what you need to teach yourself, right? Because you can't be in this mindset of you've reached the top and that's it. You know, it's about where are you going next, what's the next level, what's the next elevation for you. That's what I'm always thinking of now when I'm thinking about this. But for me, it's just as important to me. It's not just about growing this YouTube channel. I really, really do passionately want to expand my network, my social media network, which is why I always push the Patreon, which is why I always push the Rumble, which is why I always have on my shorts, you have the YouTube name at the bottom, and the reason why they're there is because those same videos go on Instagram and TikTok as a means to get more eyes on the product and what I do here, guys. So that's what it's about, building up those other social medias. So my mindset right now is thinking 2,000 subscribers by this time next year. Whether that's achievable or not, we'll wait and see. I think it's a realistic target, all things considered, but you know, we'll see how it goes. It might be a longer slog than a year, but we'll see. One of my other targets that I wanted to achieve was a very high YouTube membership target of 200 members, which may be a bit too ambitious, but we'll see at the end of the year how many members I've got. It's roughly around about the 50 mark at the moment, but understandably not everyone can commit to it because they can't financially support it, or they're just looking after their pennies, and that's all right. If you honestly can't be a member, it's fine. But you know, that 99p is really membership. That number's really, not many people are on the 99p membership, and I do say to people, like, you know, if you can't afford the $2.99 membership, like if you're struggling or whatever, just stick to the 99p one. Like, you're still financially supporting me, you're still helping me. The only obviously downside is obviously you don't get early access to content whenever I produce it and upload it. That's the only thing. But right now, as of the time of this recording, I'm still going to keep things as they are. I'm not going to bombard you all with ads because that's just plain wrong. But there will be ads obviously at start and end of videos. So that has been switched on as of right now. But I'm not going to be one of those that bombard you with ads. But I also know there's a lot of people who watch my content who aren't subscribers, and I know that they are because I average about, last month I averaged roughly over 42,000 views, and then in January less than 50,000 views. So to tell me that there aren't people watching my content that aren't subscribers, nah, you're lying to yourself. Yeah, because I know they're out there, they're just choosing not to subscribe. So there are going to be some, over time there will be some tweaks to channel and maybe even tweaks to schedule here and there, because I'm still planning to do a part-time job of sorts. I do plan to get, I still want to get back into some kind of part-time work, even if it's a 4, 8, 12-hour contract, something like that. At least I'm still contributing on that part, as long as it doesn't affect the channel, it doesn't affect, you know, the way of working and whatnot. It's all right. But I do want to do some kind of work still. But compared to the last time I was out of work, I feel like I'm doing something useful. I'm doing something more than what I used to be, you know. And to what this says to me, you know, the monetization, you know, people investing in me and whatnot, says to me that, you know, if you really work hard, if you really grind, you can achieve something. You can be anything that you really want to be. And trust me when I say that, you know, it may seem to some people that I don't put, like, some people still think that I don't put a lot of work in. There's a lot more work than people realise. There's a lot of details, things in, like, those timestamps are a pain in the ass for all the videos that I do, but I do them, yeah, to make it easier for people if they want to look at something specific in a video. Especially on the live streams, they are a pain in the ass to do the timestamps, but I do them because I want it to make it as easy as possible if people are looking for a certain specific point of a video or a live stream, so they see that. So there you go, 1,000 subscribers. What do you guys think? What's the next step? What do you think? Do you think, in all honesty, guys, comments down below, do you think 200 members is a realistic target? Is it unrealistic considering how young my channel is? Do you think 2,000 subscribers is a realistic challenge between now and next year? What do you guys honestly think? Ideas and suggestions, of course, of always. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe and all that stuff. I hope to catch you all very, very soon.